Ray William Johnson has been receiving death threats from people on behalf of a woman he claims is stalking him because she made a video claiming to be his daughter that he abandoned many years ago. Since then, he's responded to the allegations with threats of a lawsuit, and now the stalker, daughter, or whoever she is, has made her own response. All the while, her original video is still up on TikTok, gaining millions of views by the day, as death threats to her supposed father continue to pour in.
This woman made a video saying that Ray William Johnson is her biological father, and now Ray William Johnson is threatening to sue her.
So is that what we're doing now? Just making it up and then we get over 1 million views for it? Oh boy.
Girl, sometimes Delulu is not the Salulu.
Ray William Johnson is an American internet personality, actor, comedian, and musician, best known for his YouTube success. He gained widespread fame in the early 2010s with =3 becoming the first YouTuber to hit 5 million subscribers. Today, his channel has over 18 million followers, known for its fast-paced, high-energy style, even when tackling serious topics like true crime. But one of his most recent videos is something more personal, putting himself at the center of a scandal that he says has people threatening his life.
This person even tells me to unalive myself.
And it's all because one woman is claiming to be his long-lost, abandoned daughter.
Oh, this guy. He's my dad, and he abandoned me. This is Ray William Johnson.
Going by Vanessa's Vibes on TikTok, her video describes a whole scenario where Ray allegedly had a fling with her mom and didn't stick around when Vanessa was born.
Now Ray, my dad, used to study in Columbia University. My mum went there too. She grew up in England, but moved to New York to study. And Ray thought my mum was fine, so they started dating.
She even provided photo evidence of Ray and her mother's time together.
Here's a photo of them at a bar having fun.
And then she broke down the story of her mother becoming pregnant, Ray's response, and the aftermath.
My mum realized she hadn't had a period in 3 weeks. She was scared to take a pregnancy test, but eventually she did. And yep, she was pregnant with me. Surprise. She called Ray and said, "Hey, can we meet up? I want to talk." Ray said, "Sure." They met in a park. They saw a sweet family playing together. Mom said, "Oh, that's so cute. Do you ever want to be a dad?" Ray said, "Oh, hell no." He said his childhood was tough and he didn't want to have kids. He just wanted to focus on his career. So my mom said, "Well, I'm pregnant and I don't believe in abortion." And Ray was like, "What the f***? You better get an abortion or I'm breaking up with you." And my mom's like, "Well, my body, my choice." So Ray said, "Well, I'm dumping your stinky." And that left my mum heartbroken. Now she had to go through the pregnancy alone and she got really depressed. She left university, moved back to England and raised me all by herself.
And while Ray allegedly went on to pursue a YouTube career, she claimed that her life growing up was quite difficult as a result.
We struggled a lot. Financially. Her parents disowned her for getting pregnant before marriage and dropping out of university. We lived in a hostel for a long time. My mum would get hungry just so I could eat. We were always cold because it rains a lot in England. And we had no heating, just a single bed and 4 walls. Meanwhile, Ray was becoming one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet.
She went on to explain that since Ray was doing so well with his career, her mom decided to reach out to him for some help.
So one day, she emailed him. She sent him baby pictures of me and said, "This is your daughter, you should meet her, she's amazing." But he didn't respond.
Vanessa shared that her mother continued to email Ray, describing their struggles to him, but with no response. She tried to find other ways to connect with him, reaching out to old school friends and even his mother. This worked, and his mother admitted she had no idea that Vanessa existed and gave Vanessa's mom Ray's phone number.
My mom called and Ray picks up. She asked, "Have you not seen my emails?" Ray said, "Yeah, I did. Didn't you get the message? I'm not interested. Go get a job." And then he hung up.
Vanessa ends the video with a message for Ray.
So Ray, if you're watching this, hi, I'm Vanessa, the daughter you didn't want.
That's some pretty damning evidence against Ray William Johnson. right? Well, a number of commenters believed so. Why didn't he at least pay child support? Court, y'all need to do a DNA test if he is in denial. Oh wow, I would never have expected a video like this on Ray. And some were expressing how Ray was clear from the beginning how he felt. OMG, I love that dude. Sorry, sometimes women need to listen. He told her from the jump he didn't want that life and she made choices. For real, I'm sorry. He said he didn't want the kid. She chose to be a single mom, knowing the consequences it came with. If this is true, I'm missing the problem other than your mother's decision-making skills. So, what did he do wrong? Her body, her choice. His body, his choice. But many simply couldn't get over the fact that something wasn't adding up. You look older than him. How do they look the same age, LOL? Are you sure? It's like you guys are the same age. I will not believe this until Ray says something. He wanted to be a YouTuber. Nobody wanted to be a YouTuber in the early 2000s. YouTube only started in 2005. And with such big allegations against him, Ray couldn't stand by in silence. Could he? Apparently Vanessa had a prediction. Ray response video coming soon. And sure enough, Ray decided to respond to her claims a day later.
Guys, I have a problem. I think I might have a stalker.
Ray goes on to refer to Vanessa as Joe Goldberg, a reference to the obsessive character from You. He then explains who she is, the kind of videos she's done in the past, and how nothing was working for her. For context, she began sharing content on TikTok in late 2023, and since then has switched around quite often on the style of her content, including Get Ready With Me videos.
Get ready with me to go to the gym.
Personal satirical storytelling.
5 things I expect from a man. 1. Call me every 2 hours. I won't pick up, but I need to know that you're thinking of me. 2. I demand to be carried everywhere. My shoes are too nice to be walking in them.
And then to more dramatic true crime stories.
Florida kid Wade Wilson. You've probably seen this guy all over your social media because he literally looks like a villain from a comic book.
And after each attempt didn't bring the success she was aiming for, she decided to try something else. Vanessa decided to replicate Ray William Johnson's very successful video style, including his signature start to his videos.
This is Elizabeth Smart. This is MacArthur Wheeler.
As well as using AI-generated comic-like visuals intermingled with shots of her explaining the story.
This UFC fighter was a part of the biggest money heist in history, and his name is Lee Marie.
She tried this for a while before eventually creating a video telling the backstory to Ray William Johnson himself.
So this guy is one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. This is Ray William Johnson.
That's right. She actually created a video on the very man she had been copying for months.
Here's the thing though, she doesn't just want views from this video. She's hoping this video will get my attention and that I will personally reach out and acknowledge her.
Which is something that Ray watched her admit while on a live stream, saying that when Ray didn't reply to her video on him and his life, she went on with her life, but really just wanted him to acknowledge her. Even though he didn't comment or DM her about this unsanctioned biography, it did bring her significantly more views than any other video she had done in the past. But she wanted more, so she decided to go bigger, much bigger.
And so she decides, okay, I'm gonna make another biography type video about me. But in this one, she's gonna use all her previous skills, grifting, the rage baiting, and the telling weird lies about herself. And so in this video, Goldberg makes this outlandish claim that I got some woman pregnant and that I have a secret baby that I've been lying about. And keep in mind, I'm married. So imagine how my wife feels when she hears this.
He then breaks down the basics of Vanessa's claims before detailing 5 reasons why they are fabricated.
1, I didn't go to college in 2002. My senior year was 2010. I used to vlog about it very publicly. It says it on my frickin' Wikipedia page. He began posting videos on YouTube during college. YouTube wasn't around in 2002. 2, this image that's, again, supposedly from 2002, you're telling me that I've looked the exact same as I do now for the past 23 years? Really? 3, since I was in college around 2010 and I got someone pregnant that year, allegedly, that would mean that that baby now in 2025, that baby is 15 years old. This woman is not 15 years old. This woman is at least 35. 4, I can't have kids. I don't want kids. No offense to anyone. I went and got a vasectomy. 5, This alleged picture of me and her mom from 2002, it's so obviously photoshopped that it's comical. Look at the size of my head compared to this woman. Also, look at this weird right angle in the hairline. What is that? And look at this iPhone in her hand. Now remember, this picture is supposed to be from 2002. What year did the iPhone come out? Did her mom time travel to get one of these? Not to mention the AI she used is causing the phone to bleed into the table. So you got like half an iPhone here.
But even more proof that the photo wasn't legit? The original photo wasn't just something found on the internet or photoshopped together from scratch. She took it directly from his own Instagram page.
It's my photo of me and my wife. This photo. She stole it from my Instagram.
That's right. And this little orange cat that you can see at the bottom of Vanessa's photo of her parents is, you guessed it, Ray's own cat, Mr. Kitty.
And the worst part is, the absolute worst part is that people actually believe her. They believe this obviously Photoshop picture where I got an oversized Stewie Griffin head. Like they looked at this half an iPhone and they were like, oh yeah, this looks legit. And so they're writing me terrible, hateful things.
Ray even shared a few of the screenshots he had taken of the nasty things his followers were sending to him, one allegedly even telling him to end his own life. And to the people who were believing Vanessa's story and thinking the ages matched up, Ray had had a little dig into her past videos which provided some evidence to support his denial of her story.
How? She can't even get her own age straight in her videos.
I'm not avoiding saying my age. I am 22 years old. I've said I'm 22 so many times. I'm 27 and my boyfriend is 30.
But something Ray really couldn't get over, aside from the clearly photoshopped picture, age that didn't add up, and all the other outlandish claims, that she just wouldn't let it go.
She doubles and triples down on her lie. She's like replying to people in the comments, expanding on her story. She's going live and talking about it in greater detail.
He wasn't sued for child support because mom didn't have money for lawyers. And like she tried to get like free lawyers.
And in her live streams, the ease at which she lies about this stuff is unsettling.
And Ray had one final message he wanted to convey to Vanessa.
Whatever the psychopathic reason, let me address Goldberg herself real quick. Madam, you did it. And now I'm gonna give you the attention your real dad clearly never gave you. This like stalkery shit that you're doing, it's not okay. Like photoshopping over pictures of my wife to perpetuate your weird lie? For what? Yeah, you got your first 1 million views. You got the views you wanted. You got a bunch of followers from it. And this strategy, it'll work for about a week. But what are you gonna do next week when this stops working? And I hope you know from this point on, every time you make a video, people are gonna say, hey, isn't that the crazy woman who became so obsessed with Ray that she made up an elaborate lie about being related to him?
And, well, Ray's prediction ended up acting as more of a call to action for his followers, and they actually did start filling Vanessa's comment section with this sentence. But did all of this evidence against Vanessa's story faze her enough for her to tell the truth? Apparently not.
She just posted her new video, her part 2 of Ray William Johnson, turned the comments off, and is doubling down on him being her dad and calling him out.
So my dad finally got in contact with me, but not to say sorry, not to ask how I've been, not even to say hello. Instead, he threatened to sue me. He sent me an email saying if I didn't take the video down, he was going to take legal action. He originally said my video was cool, but I should take it down because it was ruining his reputation, and that we should keep family business within the family.
And she is not backing down and actually daring him to do these things. She was lucky that Ray William Johnson was nice the first time, but with this new video from a couple hours ago, I can promise you he is going to probably actually sue her and not be nice this time, and this girl's little 48,000 followers is not going to be able to pay all the legal bills she's going to need when she goes up against Ray William Johnson.
But according to a comment left on a TikTok covering the story, Ray himself denied any of that ever happened. I never emailed or contacted her. Yeah, she faked those too. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Vanessa is safe either. Considering the death threats and unprovoked tension in his marriage that these alleged lies have caused Ray, could he choose to take legal action against Vanessa?
Could I sue? Absolutely. This would be the easiest defamation case I would ever win.
And people agreed that Ray can and likely should take this route.
By the way, you literally can be sued for defamation for this entire thing.
You're gonna need a really good lawyer, sis. Good luck. Even with this possibility looming, Vanessa didn't back down. She said that the proof of his claim that he wasn't in school in 2002 coming from his Wikipedia page that can be easily edited proves nothing, and his video about having had a vasectomy was in 2023, long after she would have been born.
You say you hate kids, which is why you abandoned me.
Are you still lying? This is so weird.
But what about Ray's proof that Vanessa's photo was photoshopped?
And yes, the image was fake. I edited your wife out, but not your head. You just have a big head. My mom didn't give me the original photo because she didn't want any drama, but I needed something to support my story. Now she's given me the real one.
There is not a butterfly net big enough to handle this kind of crazy. He got you, okay? It's time to drop it, turn around, and move on. But is doubling down. Why? Why? When she said, yes, I faked the first one, but now I have the real one. That is textbook pathological lying, okay?
But she wouldn't lie twice about this, would she? Apparently she would. Taking a close look at the photo, you can tell something isn't right about it. But one TikTok account actually found what looks to be the original photo to compare it to. And it seems Vanessa couldn't help but to continue.
I have one solution. Take a DNA test. But instead, you're avoiding it. If your marriage is affected, it's only because you don't want to give your wife children. Yeah, here I am.
Her whole video replying to Ray's response was shifting the blame to him, still sticking behind her claims, showing more proof, and calling for him to admit the truth. But apparently Ray wasn't the only one getting threatened, and her comment sections continued to be filled with hate.
I've had people tell me to unalive myself on livestream and tell me I'm worth nothing.
But the weight of this all seemed unbearable for Vanessa. Just one day later, she cracked. In an emotional video, she confessed.
So guys, I lied. Obviously, Ray William Johnson is not my dad.
That's right. It was all a lie. All of it. But why did she do it?
It was my last shot at making something happen on social media. I got impatient with my channel, and I always knew that controversy, it always blows up on social media because people love the drama. And I thought maybe this would be my moment.
But Vanessa goes on to minimize responsibility by saying,
I knew the video was fake, and I thought it was obvious.
However, she did explain that she didn't mean for things to unfold as they did.
I didn't think through the consequences. I definitely didn't expect Ray to get that much hate. That was never my intention. I thought people would laugh, but instead people took it way too far. Both Ray and I have been told to unalive ourselves.
Vanessa revealed that she had hateful comments shouted at her in the street and sent to her family members privately. She then gave a backstory to her life, explaining that she grew up being bullied and she wasn't going to let it stop her now. She went on to say that she wants to do what matters in life and make a positive difference, and that people can join her on that journey. Then she reintroduced herself.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Tabares. I'm 22 years old, not 35. I was born in England. I did live in a hostel with my mum, and she was a very young single parent.
And she continued by asking people not to send hate to her mum, thanked her followers, and explained that she was determined to keep getting better at making her videos.
And honestly, it's just the beginning, and my videos are just gonna get 10 times better every day. Thank you, and again, I'm very sorry to everyone.
But some commenters couldn't get past the complete 180, leading to speculation as to whether she could have been forced to make her apology video. A lawyer contacted you, didn't they? She's only apologizing because Ray William Johnson got a lawyer to send her a cease and desist. He sued and now she's scared. But Vanessa seemed to set this straight in the comments. He hasn't and he won't. He would spend more money paying for lawyers, and in the end, he won't even get the money back from me because I'm broke. It's a complete waste of his time. And many are not happy with Vanessa's hoax, all for the sake of fame and without a direct apology to Ray himself.
Controversy is the number one way to grow on social media, but calling somebody a deadbeat father has never ended well. You could have took this man's career down just by doing your little joke.
You didn't say sorry to the person it actually affected. You made yourself into the victim and not once uttered, "I'm sorry, Ray William Johnson." You didn't have a problem saying his name multiple times with your claims, but couldn't say it this time directly to him. "Hey guys, I sought out to ruin a man's life, reputation, and marriage for clout and money, but I need you all to feel sorry for me because my plan failed, and I'm getting sued and death threats for no good reason." But Vanessa didn't agree with all the backlash, responding, "To those saying I almost ruined Ray's marriage, be serious. The picture I used was clearly fake. If it was a picture of them, don't you think his wife would have known right away? The whole story was full of things that didn't make sense. They both knew it was fake from the start." What a busy and messy few days for Ray William Johnson and Vanessa. What do you think about her wild claims and subsequent apology video? Was she just sorry she got caught in the lie? Did lawyers contact her despite her denial? And do you really think she assumed people would see the videos as satire in the first place? It should also be noted that at the time of recording, even after Vanessa's tearful apology video, nothing has been deleted, and the original lie-filled video is still pinned to the top of her TikTok page, sitting at over 10 million views, continuing to spread the misinformation. As of today, both Ray and Vanessa have returned to sharing their regular content. Only time will tell if Ray decides to take this to court. What do you think of Vanessa's actions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're here, check out our other video about the most hated couple on TikTok. And consider subscribing to stay updated. Your support means a lot to us and helps us continue creating videos like these.